Welcome to another edition of the Towson Men's Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry. And coach, another successful week for the Tigers, 2-0. Thursday night, a win against Northeastern, and then Saturday, a win against William & Mary, both games at CQ Arena. And let's start with the Northeastern game. A slow start for you guys, but by halftime, you had built a 2-point lead, and in the second half, Charles Thompson dominated.
Yeah, Charlie had a great week. Northeastern's obviously good. They're extremely well coached. They're physical. So we knew it was going to be like a kind of a meat grinder of a game, and it certainly was. It's, Charlie's scoring in the second half gave us some separation in the pace of the game. We had really good pace in the second half. But like I said, that was no surprise to us that we knew that was going to be a really just like a tough game to get it going. They run good offense, and they've lost some close games. So I thought our guys played well. Our defense was really good against a team with Doherty and Telford. A couple of all league level performers.
You and Coach Cohen are the two longest tenured coaches in the league.
Is that good or bad?
Well, you've gone after each other so many times, including in postseason. Is it a case that you both know each other extremely well that makes it more difficult to scout? Or does it make it easier to scout because you've played them so many times through the years?
No, definitely not easier. I have tremendous respect for Bill. We spend a lot of time preparing for his team. I mean, more than anyone that's been in the league. They've given us a lot of trouble, and in a lot of ways more than any other team, just with their they do a lot of different things. I'm not going to give up all the things they do against some of our coverages, so I don't want everyone to do that. But they're just they're the one of those teams you kind of know what they're going to do, but it's not that easy to stop it. I think that's the one. A lot of times when you play these good programs, and we're obviously going to play another really good one Thursday. It's you know what they're going to do, but it's disrespectful to think you're just going to stop it. Like, they're well coached, they got good players. I always tell our team, Spear, like, every play in football, if executed properly, is designed to score a touchdown. Well, the other team sometimes has something to do with the inability of you to execute it. It's the same thing in basketball.
Well, and again, the Green Bay Packers used to run the power sweep 90% of the time. And if you run it properly, it doesn't make any difference what the other team does. If you run it properly, it's going to work. So same in basketball. If you run your play properly, the other team's not going to be able to stop it.
No, but the other team's good and they're well coached. And that was the case on Thursday night. So it makes it a difficult challenge.
All right. Then comes Saturday against William & Mary, a team that had beaten Richmond, a good 8-10 team earlier in the year. They had a win against Wilmington. This is a team that was dangerous and could be high-powered, but we saw something we have never seen before, and that is a Tiger get a triple-double against a Division I opponent, and Cam Holden was just spectacular all of Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, he carried us. The guy gets 21. Charlie was really good too, and Christian May. But I mean, the guy gets 21. Say Koo was good to me, but the guy gets a triple double. You're probably going to win. And then we got a better. William Mary can really shoot, and they carved us up. And then we got a little bit of a break because they're missing their kid Collier. It was Noah Collier, terrific player, leading the conference in rebounding. So anytime you lose a good player, obviously that hurts it. That hurts a team. But Cam was at a spectacular level. He scored it, he passed it, he rebounded it. I heard he sold tickets, promotions at halftime, maybe a couple hot dogs, right?
He sold me a pretzel before the game.
Not surprising. He's that kind of guy. It's good to have him back and for us to get where we want to get to. He's a huge piece of that. I think if you're preparing for Towson, I think we've got some really good players, but he's a guy that's got to cause people headache because you're just trying to. He does a lot of different things.
All right, now you're going to get to a part of the schedule where you're playing teams for the second time. You're 8-2 in the conference, so a great start. You're a game out of first. Huge game on Thursday night up in Hampstead at Long Island against Hofstra, a team you beat by 20 at CQ. So they're going to have revenge on their mind. And Estrada, who had a spectacular week and was named CAA Player of the Week this past week, he only made 1-3 against you guys at CQ. It's going to be tough to hold them to that. But again, if you guys play your game, it's going to be an exciting one up in Long Island.
Well, it's a great challenge. Hofstra is an elite team and certainly a postseason team. And Speedy Claxton's done an unbelievable job coaching that team this year. They've had a hard schedule. They're committed defensively, and they're elite on offense. I mean, Estrada is an unguardable player. The kid Thomas is the third leading scorer in the conference. The Carlos kid is great. And then they got Dubois from Iowa State and Warren. The five men are Warren Williams from Manhattan, and their starting center Nelson's from Davidson. So they're really good. Their field goal percentage, they're shooting 50% in the league. I mean, that's, as a team, that's really hard to do and hard to stop. So our guys are excited for the challenge. We got to play at a really high level, and it's going to be a great crowd. Hofstra's an elite program. Our guys know that we've got to continue to have good days of practice in order to perform well against a team of that caliber.
And they're coming off their biggest win of the year as they just beat Charleston.
I tell you, we watched that game as a staff Sunday morning. What a high level basketball game. I mean, just two, it's hard in our league to get multiple teams in the NCAA tournament. Those two, you watch that game on Saturday, those are two NCAA tournament teams playing at a really high level. I thought it was just a great win for Hofstra and an unbelievable environment, and really good for our conference to show how good a basketball is played in our conference.
What about playing them for the second time now? First time this year they're going to play a team for the second time in conference.
I was kind of hoping you'd tell me we didn't have to play them again. Speedy was going to let us know they were going to just be good. They got the big win on Saturday and they were good. That's I thought we were. That's why I thought we were coming on the show. I mean, there's certainly things we try to look at on tape and stuff they did against us. You touch on the thing about Estrada and really Thomas too, is you try to force those guys into taking tough shots, and then you got to hope they miss shots. Those guys are just really talented shot makers. I think for us, it's about, can we take care of the basketball? Can we have a really good night rebounding the ball? Can we have good ball movement and then continue to get guys making shots? I've been happy with our spacing and our pace, and we're sharing the balls. And when you play the top of the league, you got to do those type of things at a very high level.
And you are at the top of the league. I mean, it's three teams right now separated by one game, with Charleston with one loss and you and Hofstra with two losses. So whoever wins on Thursday night is going to be the team in a prime position to try to catch Charleston down the stretch here.
Yeah, we know it's a big game because it's the next game. We know how good Hofstra is and the respect we have for Hofstra. I mean, beyond that, after that, we got to get ready for the next one. It's I'm proud of our guys, how hard they've worked after having a really bad stretch at the end of December, that they've been able to stick together, get healthier than we were. We're never going to get probably all the way healthy, but get healthier than we were and start to get better as a team. That's the stuff I'm proud of. And then you hope that kind of, now we're hitting February, if that could get going for another 4 weeks, that could lead to a few more weeks of some really exciting opportunity.
Well, and if you look at the end of December, you look at the games against Northern Iowa and Bryant, and then you look at the team that played this past Saturday against William and Mary, the ball movement is so much better on offense.
Yeah, I think that's a credit to our staff. We've worked really hard over mini-mester on skill work and offensive stuff. I think if you've seen the really good emergence of Ryan Conway, Christian May, those two freshmen are having really good years. And then at the top, Russell and Siller have been really good additions. They're great kids. They've learned how to play with other guys, and they're good, unselfish teammates. And I think when you really look at a team, if guys like Cam and Nick and Charles experienced guys with all conference talent. When they play at a high level, it certainly makes everyone's job, easier. I think for us, it's been, can we have enough guys who, for a while it was tough. It's been tough at times. Cam was out, Radier was in and out, Chase Parr's been a while, Gibby's been out for a while. So it's created some unevenness, but like I said, I'm proud of the players and I'm proud of my staff for like kind of hanging in there. And I'm thankful that we're in a position to play meaningful games in February. And then hopefully they're even more meaningful if we can have some good luck in March.
And after Thursday, you get a break. No game for 6 days. I'm trying to think of the last time the Tigers didn't have a game on a weekend during the middle of the basketball season, but Schedule Maker did you a little favor there.
I don't know what kind of favor me. I got to go out recruiting right after the game. Coming home, and then I got to go out for a couple of days, and then we'll turn the page to get ready for Hampton the following week. So it's this is look exciting. My wife always reminds me, and she's right. I get to do this. I love it. Just being this group is just like a year ago. It's been a really fun group to be around, and we got a good team. I mean, the tough part is there's some other teams in our league that are really good too, and you're trying to give yourself a position to get your own team better, and hopefully have some good fortune. All
right, Coach, we appreciate the time. You're going recruiting. I've been told I'm going to the dump on Saturday. So. A rare occurrence in the winter. But anyway, we appreciate the time, and we will talk to you again next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, and we thank you all for tuning in. I'll be with you Thursday night, 7 o'clock on TowsonTigers.com. We'll talk to you again later.